The sun is shining as the students step off the bus at J.A. Biztown, but the ground is wet. And as they walk toward the building, they see police cars and crews from the Missouri American Water Company and the Metropolitan Sewer District.
We have an announcement. Unfortunately, water will not be available today in J.A. Biztown. Some of the underground piping were worn out, and as a result, the road collapsed.
The news doesn't quite sink in at first, but as this day without water unfolds, it will, which is why the Metro Water Infrastructure Partnership planned it.
There's a crisis across the United States where billions or trillions of dollars are needed to replace infrastructure that's in the ground right now.
Studies indicate that there's a $335 billion funding gap over the next 20 years. And if we want our economy in this region to remain strong, if we want public health to remain something that we can just take for granted, we have to ramp up the replacement of our water pipes and our wastewater systems as well.
As they head off to run Biztown for the day, the students begin to see firsthand that no water means no water fountains and no indoor bathrooms.
We can't dump anything into the sink and we can kind of wash our hands at the end, so we wish the water could get back on.
It's a major economic necessity that everybody takes for granted.
This is actually the students' second day at J.A. Biztown, and that too is part of the plan.
You just see this look of recognition on their faces as they realize that what was routine yesterday when they were here is no longer routine. Life's a little more difficult today.
Yeah, I knew it was very important. I didn't know it affects so many businesses.
And in ways they might not have expected. There are longer lines at the bank, which had to relocate to the gazebo since the pipeline break happened near their buildings.
We're only limited to one computer. And we had 7 computers before.
Monsanto can't process its DNA samples without water. And outside, the local fire department is on emergency standby.
We're out here to make sure that the town is protected with the water we have on our truck. When a water line breaks, it shuts down the system.
A few feet away, students get a look at the sewer system through an underground camera. But back inside, it's time for an update on the repair work.
We've dug down and found our problem too. It was a 6-inch water main from the 1950s, and it looks a lot like the piece you see over there with the big holes on the side of it.
The pipe's age and the fact that it's decaying underground are 2 more reminders of why this day without water is so important.
If you drive down a road and you hit a pothole every day, you can realize that this road needs money to be repaired, but the lines and pipes buried beneath that road, until there's a water main break or collapse of the sewer, people don't think about it.
Or want to pay for it, even though the cost of doing nothing is much higher.
Put a dollar value on a child not getting sick. Put a dollar value on someone not coming down with a disease because of poor sanitation in terms of drinking water or wastewater.
A few hours later, as their day without water comes to an end, the students end up back where they started that morning, with a new appreciation for safe, reliable water and wastewater systems.
We have one of the finest communities in the country, but we wouldn't have any community at all if we didn't have safe and reliable water.
It won't be long, and those kids, those children that we did reach today, will be running the businesses in these communities. Our hope is, and our belief is, we can help them understand the importance of paying more to continue to replace those water mains. And they'll accept it as a necessary part of having a vibrant economy and a healthy environment.